Today on Let Dirt Fly, I'm going to show you how to add your CVT exhaust up into your Can-Am factory snorkel. So make sure you stick around. Here we go. Welcome back to Let Dirt Fly. Today I am tackling something that I wanted to do, and also something that a lot of people are asking questions about. So you might ask what I'm doing. So I've been seeing it a lot on message boards, Can-Am forums. People have been messaging us on Instagram and Facebook, asking us, is there a way to bring our CVT exhaust up into the rhino horn? Yes, I called it a rhino horn. You know, it's what our Outlanders have for a rhino horn. But so today, I'm going to bring you through step by step, show you what I did figuring this out so that you guys don't have to spend so much time diagnosing or anything like that. So I will walk you through it, and we'll get through this whole thing together, step by step, nice and easy. This is going to be a short instructional video, 10 minutes in and done. It'll probably take you guys 30 to 45 minutes to be able to get this installed. Honestly, it's not very hard if you're familiar with your machines, which I'm sure most of you are from cleaning them. And I'm sure most of you don't have all your pins back in. So chances are you'll be able to take them apart really easy, really fast. And once you get them apart, it's actually quite speedy. So you might ask, why am I doing this? Well, just like everybody else is worried about, it's your CVT exhaust now is the low part of your quad. All right, guys, so if you have this kit, this factory Can-Am snorkel kit, you have this right here. This is what it looks like. So what we're going to do, we're going to take that off, throw it off to the side. So what we got now is this setup. Now I had to do a little extra trimming here, so that the new intake setup can go on. So this will slide into here, Fernco onto that fitting, and come up. So that's going to be your new air intake. 1.5 inch flex pool vacuum hose. We don't have to worry about heat because there's no heat up here. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take this piece off here. So what this is, this sits in here as your CVT vent line. We'll throw that off to the side with the other one. Then you're going to have to cut a hole right here. So I did all this with a trial, so I'm kind of giving you the quick run through of what we did here, or what I did, I should say. First thing was cut that first area for the intake. Next thing I did was took that part out. Third thing was cut the hole for the new tubing to go in. So that leaves us to the next part. All right, here is the next part. This is your fitting. So you're going to use 1.5 inch pipe, female, to 1.5 inch thread. I siliconed the thread, Fernco, 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch Fernco. Let's see if we can see it. 1.5 inch, 1.5 inch Fernco. I also siliconed in this side of it here. So this side on the Fernco. This side I left dry just in case I ever had to take it apart. If it leaks, I will put a little marine grease in there. But until then, so then this tube will then run up here into the second one. So I'll show you that in a couple minutes. All right, guys. So one thing I did forget to mention. So when you're going to go to cut this, you have your knob, 1, 2. So where you put your push pin, 2 past that is where you're going to cut it. Just so everybody knows where I'm talking about. Just as a little safety precaution, we marine greased it. So you install your air intake here. That's your first hose. Next step, we are going to route everything. So let's take a look. So this is our connection here. We run up. We cut this out here to allow this hose. We bring both hoses up into the horn. What I did was I just zip tied all my vent lines right to the snorkel, still nice and high in the pod, should be out of the way. Guess we'll find out. So I just put the pod back on. Fits pretty good. Got you got your air intake up here, your CVT down there, the exhaust. Obviously, we are not snorkeling your CVT intake, which is still sitting at its factory position, but we just brought it up a little bit just to just enough for a little bit of safety, you know. So I know a lot of people like myself, when you're leaning your quad over in the mud, you're really worried about that CVT exhaust getting full of freaking water. It sucks. The one thing that might be different on my machine that you don't have is this different faceplate. But other than that, you know, she should be good. So both are in there. If you can see, there's something. She fits together pretty good, you know. She's a little tight right here, but I have a feeling that that'll, you know, be able to suck in a little bit as time goes on. So there she is. Nice, clean, easy, and it brings everything up higher. So, you know, like I said, at this point, this right here is your low spot. So, you know, I mean, basically, if you put your gauge cluster under, you know, it's going to be a bad day. But other than that, she's pretty good. So it's a very cheap and easy way to do this. I believe it cost me with the fitting, Fernco, and hose approximately $18 to $25. So it is a very cheap and easy way to snorkel your CVT using the factory Can-Am snorkel setup. So we got this thing snorkeled up and can't wait to be able to hit the mud and not have to be concerned about the CVT exhaust going under and ruining my day. So we got them both up, you know. So the lowest thing we got right now is the CVT intake. And honestly, I've never even dipped that thing close. So I'm probably okay with that, but. Okay, so that was the way I came up with how to modify this system to make it work with, you know, the single horn for the Can-Am. Maybe you guys got a better way. Maybe it's cheaper. I don't know. Who knows? But it was definitely inexpensive. It was pretty easy to do. And I think the results are going to be really good. All right, guys, with that, we're going to wrap up today's little tutorial on how to snorkel your CVT exhaust with the Can-Am factory snorkel. So, like always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We really appreciate everything you guys do for us. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You could always shoot us a message on Facebook or Instagram. We check those usually daily. Try and get back to you. Some people have questions. Some people just want to BS. And we usually try and make sure we get back to everybody. So with that, we'll talk to you later on Let Dirt Fly.
Have you forgotten